Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Transport Fever. We're doing rather nicely, and either the City of Independence is on fire, or no, it's not. It's this smoky demon, the Alco PA/PB. The slash is important. Motoring past there, you see. There are good shots, and then there are good shots, and that's a belter. Last time around we worked on the West Coast Main Line, and got that up and running. And I've rolled the game forward by a couple of years since then. I'll show you where we're up to in a moment. Let's track this guy on his merry voyage across this tremendous looking bridge that was not inexpensive. Look, just a couple of passengers waiting. Yes, we implemented this big bad classic diesel onto the West Coast Main Line, and it has been printing money like there's no tomorrow. I'll even prove this out by bringing up my balance sheet. So there we go. So this is the year where we bought 1981 was the year we bought the last one. Yeah, 16.5 million. Cheap. In fact, I thought it was so cheap I bought 3 of them just to be on the safe side. And since then, double-digit million profit per year. See if you can accomplish that playing on medium. So there are a stack load of passengers waiting here at... no, I'm going to have to do this again because I can't remember the name of the town. It's Henderson. So there are a stack load of people waiting here at Henderson for... Well, they're primarily waiting for the Boston, Indianapolis route. Actually, it needs a name. It needs a better name. And I think by the end of this episode, we'll have a name for it. Here you go. See, there's the Alco coming in. And... bank. You see, I mean, it's already, it's racking up the cash. Meanwhile, over here on the station, these chaps are all waiting to ride a Metroliner, while at the same time suffering from significant posture difficulty. I mean, there's not one of them there that doesn't need to spend just having a little saunter down the station, and then when he gets further down, he's going to adopt the same. They're all pod people. Donald Sutherland will turn up in a minute, looking a bit sheepish. Anyway, yes, I've got a vague plan for today. Because you're curious, here's how many are waiting. 288 are waiting. Upgrades, methinks, may be in order. And I've been repaying the handsome sum that the banks lent to me. We now only owe 49 million. You might think that's quite a lot, but not so long ago we owed 100 million. So, put that into perspective. I've got a plan. I've thought it through for almost 72 seconds. And here's the plan, right? I need to bankroll the redevelopment of all my good stuff and the expansion of more good stuff. And as such, I'd quite like to add in another passenger route. Now, I've got 2 choices. The first choice of which is, Independence to Waterbury, maybe a bit of Tampa, maybe a bit of Riverside, maybe a bit of San Bernardino, and complete the West Coast Main Line. That's a big expensive job, and I think that's one to do once a big expensive job becomes less expensive and big because we've got more money in the bank, because there's a big old tunnel in there somewhere, and it's going to cost me a couple of doubloons. So what I have decided instead is I'm going to use the extension track from Henderson to go to Pembroke Pines. At the same time, I'm going to use the extension track that's going the wrong way from Indianapolis and go up to Pembroke Pines. Yes, indeed. I'm going to try and create a circuit. I said in a comment not 2 days ago that I wouldn't be doing circuits in this series, so I'm going to do a circuit. Because plans are fluid, friends. They change like the tides. They ebb, they flow, they change up. So I'm not going to hang around. Let's get on with it. Right, so I'm going to stick the station out here somewhere. And the reason for that, the reason we're going to stick it out there, if we look at it from a sky view, is it's going to make for a slight wiggle for the track from Indianapolis coming in. Meanwhile, Henderson's going to need to, hang a particularly aggressive left towards the end. But the point of doing it in this way is that it will make the onward path to Los Angeles that much easier. Hold on. I have another scheme a-brewing. Yeah, it's also making me regret the number of platforms I've got at Indianapolis. But see, the other plan there would be to have Indianapolis go up to Los Angeles and Henderson go to Pembroke Pines, and then have them merge over there in the city of Angles. But I think we'll stick with Plan A, and then perhaps redevelop later on, or maybe I will run competing services. And this is something that I never did in Train Fever, but it's something that interests me. It's something that I've got a notional leaning towards, and that is, can you make competing services on one route both work? Right, so like a fast line and a slow line, can you make them both work? And that's what we'll find out in due course, or not. But that's where we're going to get to. Do you fancy going around that corner? What if I did something like this? A totally pointless opportunity for the suicidal amongst you to just ramp it onto the train track. Let's do a bit of that. Do a bit of this. Do a bit of that. There you go. This is all very, very lovely. Okay, good. Right now, track. Yes, I mean, given that I've got cash in the bank, which is always fatal, because I am prone to overspending when I've got a couple of extra quid in my pocket. Let's now. Do we? What's your plan with that for starters? I don't know. I don't have a plan for that, because that's the goods. Theoretically, that's the goods line. What I want to do is peel this off like that. So in order to keep that straight, we'll well, I say straight. Hold on, that's not high speed rail. I want high speed rail. So I think about the route here. Now we can go in a straight line, right? And in fact, let's do this. The only reason I don't do this too often is because there's something of a risk of it crashing the flipping game. But let's have a look. What's that doing? And why are you upset about that as a concept? It looks perfectly viable to me. All right. Well, I'm pretty convinced you should be able to give me a price on that. So let's get rid of the main connection and let's try it again. Right, here we go. Up we go. Through the tunnel. You're coming in a little bit more expensive this time, if I can be honest with you. 5 million. Yeah. What happened to the 3 you quoted on the last pass? I was looking closer to 3 million. Let's do it again. See if we get a different answer. And this is one of those times where you're just mucking around with the calculator and you kind of go like, and? No, it's giving me the same answer. Okay, right. Well, let's check out the route, because if there is a cheaper way of doing it, I may or may not do it. The likelihood, of course, being that I'm going to do it anyway. Pretty hefty tunnel. Where's the tunnel emerging? It's emerging there. Possibly could have come out a little sooner, but it is making for a relatively gentle incline. 5 million quid. I don't really want to spend 5 million quid. It feels like I've only just got used to earning that kind of money again. Right, paid for. Right, now we'll stick the parallel on there. I know, you knew I was going to spend it. That was not a shock moment for anybody there. That was well, don't you give me terrain alignment anything. you will give me a perfectly working track. Otherwise, there will be trouble up in this house this evening, I think, young man. There we go. Do you want to charge another $2.5 million for that? It's like they saw me coming. Right, and do a bit of that. There we go. Good. Right, that works. Do I declare victory? No. Don't declare nothing. We need to get that across there. Now, the opportunity for disastrous networking is very much there. But I think we can make that. I think we can make that happen. I mean, that's quite a slow corner, but with a bit of care and attention, we can make that work. Right, I'm not going to worry about that for now, though. I'll worry about signalling in a minute. Let's get over here. So this one, you're also going to try and sting me, aren't you? I can sense it. I can feel that there is a sorry, Gov. You're just going to have to pay the money coming up. I'm going to need to upgrade the track here. I'm going to do it now, otherwise I'll forget. I mean, there's no uncertainty in my mind that I would forget to do that. I thought you were happy about snapping. Oh, someone said it was country roads. Ah, right, hold on. This requires an experiment. Country roads. Do you... No, if we start further away... So, I have previously remarked that roads don't appear to want to snap to track, right? They're all quite happy to, try and malform a level crossing, but they're not interested in snapping to track. Whereas, on the other hand, your track will quite happily follow the curve of the road. Like that. Not that you'd want to, because, I mean, that's, rubbish. But, yes... But it does look like it's country roads that it's quite happy to snap to, rather than in town. There we are, I've just confirmed that. So that's another valuable tip there. What are you going to do if I do this? You're going to tell me it's not possible. Oh, hold on. Why is it possible there? Oh, it's probably because it's trying to go over the edge of the road. Yeah, it's clipping the end of this bit of road, and it can't properly form a level crossing. Okay, well that was looking like two and 3/4 million. Well, we buy it once, and then we can fling a ton more trains up there, which should lead to a rather splendid amount of money coming in. 2 and 3/4 million. Well, then none of this is borrowed money. This is all real cash from my own piggy bank. This is my own personal spending money. Well, so what have you done with this tunnel here? It doesn't look necessarily conventional. Anyway, right, there we go. I mean, I set the game up to be moderately hilly, and that seems to be what it's done. Okay, right, good, we're there. So, there, I see, look, last couple of episodes I've spent ages pontificating about the best layout of track. Now I've got a bit of cash in my back pocket. I'm just kind of going, yeah, that'll do. Spend the cash. Oh, look, we've got a scenic cut-through moment. I'm going to make it a little bit more scenic. Pass me the tree gun. And I'm pretty certain the passengers aren't going to realise that this is just all faked for their pleasure. There's a tree gun over the... You don't want a tree gun over the top of the tunnel? Go on. Maybe just a little bit more. There we are. Excellent. And then, so that they can get maximum appreciation out of it, I'm going to whack a signal in the middle. Thing of beauty. Right, okay, now, I'm going to have to do something complicated and pseudo-engineering-ish over here, because if I want to run this as a loop, it needs to go into one side and come out the other. And what would have been perchance, what would have been a better thing would be to do that junction first, and then do this rather splendid swoop round afterwards. Or there is another option. There is another option. It's going to be complicated, and I think it might break everything. But that's never been a thought that stopped me. So the thinking, right? So we're already running a highly profitable Boston, Warren, Indianapolis, Henderson, right? What we could now also do is we could go from Henderson to Pembroke Pines as one route, and then coming the other way, given that we've already got high demand up in here, we could run a second one, maybe with just 2 trains on it, that goes Boston, Warren, Indianapolis, Pembroke Pines. This is my competing services plan, the one that I was referencing not moments ago. Well, I think this is a near certainty that it's going to happen then, isn't it? It's going to be exciting, I'll tell you that much for nothing. And we're going to get to see why my signalling is the envy of the Western world. Right, we'll put one on there and one on there, so we don't block the points. And then we'll stick one on here, so we don't block the points, and we'll stick one up there as a release signal. Please feel free to ask me about release signals at some point. Don't worry about the commenters though. The regulars will tell you about release signals, and they'll say that's a total nonsense. But there's a logic in my mind, and it's a good logic. You know what else I'm going to do? Is that right? Yeah. I'm going to put signals in the tunnel. I'm pretty sure I've got them the right way around. That's a new feature, so I've taken advantage. Right, let's signal up, and then we are going to need. Okay, here we go. It's the customary. Let's fight and get a diamond crossing set up. Settle in. We'll be here a minute. All right, there we go. That's that way, and then we do the other way, and it doesn't fight me. Well done, clever track. Then we do this one. This one's going to fight. Oh, you can. Oh, look, we're almost on a corner. This one's just gonna. It's not having it. It's not going to have it. All right, that one worked too. All right, that's my new system. I'm going to say that the game isn't going to let me do it to shame it into complying. Right, and we're just going to stick one on the approach for each side. There we are. Okay, now let's do complicated and amazing things with routes. War Boss, which is now what? Don't know. Right, another line like that. I might do something clever with the other line as well. Then again, I might not. Right, so upper Henderson. Remove Henderson. No, keep Henderson, remove Indianapolis, which is the return route. We're going to add a station here, which will be Pembroke Pines. Correctly assigning the track, which is always a delight. Then we want a bit more Indianapolis. There we go. Right, that's now a 7-stopper, so I want to put at least one more train up and down there. Also, I've got my current stock, my current Metroliner fleet, set to renew with an additional coach. So if they will be carrying just slightly more. I don't want to over egg it. I mean, you know, I want to make sure that there's always passengers waiting, and this may be counterintuitive for some of you, but I would sooner fill the train and leave people waiting than have a half-empty train once in a while. I've been there, I've done it, it's not a pretty sight. Right, Pembroke Pines, Indianapolis, Warren, oh yeah, that could be fun, and maybe the airport, maybe finish the airport. That would just be cruel and unusual, surely. Maybe we add the airport as well. All right, there's potential merit in your scheme there, but you'd need to think that through a little bit more. So we're not going to do that just yet. Right, okay, so this is Boss Pem, Boss, begins with a B, slash Pem. This one I should call Boss Pem. Oh, hold on, you've done your usual trick of not actually putting in all the interstitial stations. There we go. Right. Station types don't match. I have attempted to have it stop at a bus stop or something. Let's remove that as well. Boston, Warren. Happy now? Yes. And then Indianapolis. There we go. Right, Boss Pem. Splendid. War Boss. I like War Boss as a name, but that it's no longer appropriate. So what are we going to call this? I don't know. Interesting. I mean, the whole setup's going to be fascinating to watch in action. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going anywhere. Unlike some people I can mention, like myself, I'm not going to cut you off before sticking any trains on in here. We're going to get to trains in just a second. But I am now stuck with regards to what we call this Boston. Boston what? Boston. Let's go with the yes, because that's what this will. No, actually, it's not. This is going to be. There we go. Sorry, forgive me. 86 thoughts at the same time there. That's Boston Pembroke. This one is the Central Line. Yes, Central Line. Since this one will form the backbone of the service that runs straight up the middle of the map. Good. Right. Excellent. Yes, that makes much more sense. Good. Okay. Now, in search of depot, probably going to need to do a bit of signalling. I was pretty sure I'd done all the signalling, but I might need to do a bit more. See, I could have sworn that. I mean, this is obviously where I would. I mean, this is where I had my original depot. But not no more. Okay, well we'll stick a temporary depot in, because everybody loves a temporary depot more than life itself. I'll need to upgrade this to be electrical. Yep, zip through here. Right, yeah, and then get it on the right line. There we go. Let's put an aggressive. You'd never get away with that in train fever manoeuvre. In fact, you might have gotten away with it now, but it's wrong. All right. Well, I need you to do this in a way that there you see the game finds that conducive. That looks good, although you have broken everything. Although it's made them both into backing services, which is far from ideal. But I do kind of like it. And we've even got a diamond crossing there. All I'm going to need to do is just, if I set the stations up correctly, it should auto-resolve. In theory. Right, so heading into Boston. So after their Central Line, you go this side. There, wasn't so hard, was it? And now, Boss Pem. As you head into Boston, add the station this side. No, whoa. What have I just done? Why have they both decided to go to the same place? All right, well, I'll remove that. There you go. It had actually done what I wanted it to, but I want to lock that in. Like that. There we go. So it is now feasible for both of these platforms to have people waiting on them. And then, in theory, this green, which is all we can currently see, should also have correctly assigned kind of lilac-y, purpley, bluey, whatever hell colour that is. Right, good. Now, I'm going to need to spend some money. Where did I leave the bit of track I was going to put a depot on? Have I left it miles away? I have in fact left it miles away. Oh well. I've got an idea for a depot as well, or rather a kind of a depot complex that I should probably get on with at some point to stop cheaping out and just plonking a quick depot down every 30 seconds. Right, buy trains. Well, I haven't really got the money for it. Multiple unit metro line is 16.5. And how many do I want? I want 3. I want 3. Okay, so that's what, 48 grand. Right, max me out. Yeah, yeah. Keep going until I've got all the money in the world. I should just be able to hold this down, but, you know, obviously the game doesn't intend you to max out your loan on a regular basis. Right, okay, so we've now got 58. I only need 48 and change. 49.5, in fact. Right, regular. You, come here. I want you to go ride on the Boss Pem, please. No? Yes. Yes, Boss Pem for you. Right, good. Right, that's that done. Now, I'm going to want to, before I buy the other two, I want to stick a quick signal in here. Whereabouts am I going to put? In fact, I'm going to need more than one. Is this? That's the one I'm playing with, isn't it? Let's go. No. Yes, actually, that was right. Good. Okay. Yeah. Thought that through. All right. That should do the trick. Right. If we unpause. There we go. More meat for the meat god. Right, next. Let's buy the other two. And, okay, for all of those of you who have been, you know, claiming, using voodoo, that that trains will space themselves out, which, you know, it makes me completely uneasy, but we're going to try it. I want one of those, and I'm even going to make this a longer one. This is possibly dooming me to failure here, but, you know, it's my name, so I can deal with that. I'll have 2 of them. Right. Set line on the central line. There we go. No fear. Repay everything. That didn't take long. Right, you're waiting for a free path. That should be through the signal by now. It should be through that first one that I stuck. Oh, you stuck it on the wrong side of the track, you fool. If you'd put it on the right side of the track, that would have worked. Yeah, stick it there. No. You had it there. Right, there, do that. Which means the other one is also in the wrong place. Right, get rid of that. Yeah. And put that there. Now, if this gets it right, it should give right of way to the services that are already out there. Or this should sail through the first one, which will release its comrade. There we go. It's a Metroliner Jamboree. Come on. No. Okay. All right. Exciting. Look at this. People waiting at signals. This is going to be quite catastrophic, I'm sure. The alternative I had there was that I could have made use of some of these extra tracks to run those 2 down, but I am only running 2 right now. I think as this beds in and I decide that, you know, actually what would be very sensible would be to run more than that, I'll build that out. Let's have a look and see if anybody's actually waiting for it. Well, look, yep, they are rocking to ride the central line, and I think it's all going to get jolly exciting in between Warren, Indianapolis, and that kind of split curve we've got going on. There you go. What are you? Are you a central? You are a central, right? 102 passenger capacity, and on this maiden voyage, 28. Okay, I don't mind that. Why are you? Who are you waiting for? You're not waiting for it? Oh, you're waiting for the train ahead to clear. Not enough signals. Now, the reason I pack signals in on a very busy route like this one is so that trains are clearing through signals constantly, which will free up the previous block, allowing other trains to move into it. I will be going through exactly how the block system in the game works in a forthcoming tutorial. Well, you say tutorial. In a forthcoming "Here's how I understand how this works" episode. You know, take it as you find it. But you know, it's how I make things keep moving, and it seems to work. Let's do one more set here. It might be overkill, and people are going to yell at you for that. All right, don't do it then. Which is also beneficial, given you haven't got the money. 33. You're now heading to Indy. I've been chasing you. Okay, I've been chasing you with my points brush. We've got one yellow carriage at the end of a blue train. Well, I hope that's not upsetting to anybody. It's mildly annoying to me, but you know, I live in hope that that's not going to keep any of you up at night. Right, 16 waiting on there right now. 17. I only need this thing to get to about halfway full, and it should make a couple of quid. But I am only running 2 trains down there. 3 would have been more desirable. But we'll get past that. There you go. I hope you like Metroliners, because I put a Metroliner in your Metroliner. Toot toot. What do you mean you're only waiting for 1 passenger? What about these 26? They're all heading the other direction. They could have jumped. Oh, I see. They got fed up of waiting for the Boston PEM to do anything of value. Meanwhile, action. I am going to need to build an in-town shuttletron here. Otherwise, this is not going to pay off. Meanwhile, the people of Pembroke think it's Christmas. You know, you go for 130 years with no trains whatsoever, and then all of a sudden 18 turn up. Right, let's... where are we? January the 9th, I've got £1 million in the bank. Respectable. A big, sexy tram station. If it was a big, sexy town, I could be into that, but it's not, so I'm not. Right, let's run these in a straight line. This is AI insurance. There you go. It's my shorthand. I can't even be bothered, you know, giving you the full explanation, but AI insurance there. Come on, give me some money. Give me some money. I need a train to arrive anywhere. There you go. Thank you. Bit of that. Bit of this. Also pretty cheap, given it's all on the flat. Right, if we slow it down, that million might actually... never mind. If we speed it up until I've got $1 million and then slow it back down again, that should cover me for my my forthcoming commuter service. There we go. Slow it down. Because it's at the end of the month is when it's going to empty my bank account and go like, you need to pay everybody. I go, well, do I have to? Why don't they just work for the fun of it, for the love of the business? Too much curvature. There isn't though, is there? If we put that there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do something decorative. I've got 400 grand left. Let's get another train into a station. Not you. You're not going to pay very much. Yeah, see, 14 grand. That's not a lot. 700,000. That should do the trick. Right, decorative. He said. Yeah, you're going to live to regret this. Okay, right. We're going to go up there. No. You can't come in the other way. Come in the other way like this. Right. Right, and then we're going to come in here like this. You've pretty much left the same amount of space both sides. That's not completely straight. This is only going to be very, very poorly decorative. There we go. We've made a big kind of archway thing, and then on there. Oh, look! I'm gonna put a bench. Which way are you facing? You're facing the wrong way. The view's over here. There we go. Now, have a bench. Right. In fact, have 2 benches and a lamppost. Enjoy. A little bit of tree gun. I've seen YouTube. This is how those big splendid you know. Dear God, this is the Nightmare Tree depot station, and one enormous tree. I'm gonna find something good for the enormous tree. There we are. No, there's another enormous tree. We'll put it there. Maybe it's a memorial tree for those who have decided to ramp it onto the station. I should just take that out, shouldn't I? There we go. Okay, right. Now, I need to do something sensible with this now that I've finished. Yeah, for God's sake. Oh. It'll fit straight back on again. Didn't cost very much in the first place. Like that. Better not have removed my memorial. Oh, it's removed my spooky trees. Well, that's a bit mean. Go on, place it. There we go. We've managed to save one spooky tree. We've had to move the station a bit further back. The stop thing. Oh well, that sucked my enthusiasm out of the day. I was having fun there, but it went no. We'll spoil your fun by when you check the catchment area. We'll make you accidentally delete it. I almost did it again as well. Right, okay, let's have a think here. So, I want to get this road round here. So if we're coming up on the right in that way that we do, we'll stop about there. And then we want to catch this lot up here. So probably that would do the trick. Link these two up. Link them up nicely. Look, you've already set a precedent in terms of the angle that you're taking. Stick with it. Good. Yes? Happy now? Right, and then probably one around here somewhere. Maybe one, we'll put a speculative out there in the hope that the town develops in that direction. And I need to think about, I don't know what we're doing. We're coming around here on the right. So we need to put one about there, I figure. That might be a bit close to the last one. And then one on there. Okay, right, good. That should catch any, newfangled people moving in going, oh, it's an up-and-coming part of town. The rents are ever so cheap right now because it's nothing but desert. That will suffice. Okay, right, let's route this one up. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. That all looks adequate. All right, pen commute. Do I call them commute or commuter? Commuter, I'm going to go, I reckon. It is. Yeah, commuter is my chosen nomenclature. And it's suggested that hot pink is the bus route colour of choice. Well, if that's what you want there, town, you can have it. What do we think? 4? 4. 4's excessive for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough money. Okay, accelerate. Pay me. Yep, pay me a bit more. Come on, I need 200 grand. Come on, and then we can wrap this up. Get out of here and go and have some cheese and biscuits. Thank you. Set route, PEM commuter. No, you haven't. You need to hit like enter. There you are. Set line. There we go. All of you people, go work. Right, good. Well, that's $1.5 million in the bank. Let's start paying the loan back down again. And that, hopefully, should start to bring just a few people to the station, and that, in turn, will help make this end of the line profitable. Because at the moment, oh, that looked like actually... Where? What? Why are you still on board? Where did you want to go? Did you get on board here to go to Indianapolis? Because I put it to you, you're crazy people. Maybe they're possibly legacy passengers. Even so, that's odd. But I'll allow it. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Right, come on. Where's the next one? Bring me another one. Let's repay some more of this. Because obviously, paying back 1.4 million a year in interest, that's a little bit more than I'd ideally want to be saddled with. But I feel relatively calm in the grand scheme of things as far as money coming in. You know, I just want to avoid the excessive costs for when the lean times occur again. Pay that down. In fact, you know, this is the wrong place to be waiting. This is going to pick up, right? I think we've established that. How many of you got on board? 81, look. 5 got off. No one got on. They all want the direct route. Interesting. Let's go hang out by the junction here and see how my fleet are getting on with it. And if we're very lucky, we can get an exciting near-miss collision at the signals, high-octane queuing moment occur. You know, I feel that as a potential. I mean, I can't leave until it's happened. Right? You've done a cut across. Would be nice if there was one waiting to come back in the opposite direction. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Once this line picks up, maybe if I put another train or two down it, but you know, it'll probably be okay as it is. But once this picks up, I'm going to move back into re-establishing the goods routes that I had before, only better and making me money, and also extend into the goods route that I outlined when we were putting the West Coast together. So, you know, doing stuff with oil and not missing the refinery. I think if anybody else said you want to put a refinery in that kind of good setup somewhere, that's a disgrace. There we go. You know, that's near enough. That's almost what I was hoping for. It's maybe not as dramatic as I was hoping for, but we are now running quite a few trains up and down that bit of track. So if they space themselves nicely, that would be good. And actually, I've got the signals on there for them to space out perfectly. So, you know, there's no excuse for this not working. Anyway, chuck a like at this one if you enjoyed it. See, look, busy. Happy commuting, Indianapolis station, which I think may have overtaken Warren as the centre of the known universe. Yeah, throw a like, hit the subscribe button. You may be the lucky individual who pushes the subscribe button and confetti rains from the sky. I can't promise it. I heard it was a new feature that YouTube are offering. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.